Imagine pulling a phone out of your pocket, and it unfolds not once, but twice. Suddenly, you're holding something closer to a tablet than a smartphone. A screen so big, it feels like it came out of sci-fi. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. That's the idea behind Samsung's new Galaxy Z TriFold. Visually, it's wild. Technically, it's impressive. But here's the twist. As exciting as it looks, it might not be the future of everyday smartphones. Samsung officially revealed the TriFold and plans to put it on shelves as early as Q1 2026, including in the US. That alone is a big moment. Not a concept, not a teaser, an actual product that people will be able to buy. And yes, Samsung isn't the first to do it. Huawei launched its Mate X-T last year. But Samsung is doing the TriFold differently, and that difference is part of what makes this device so fascinating. While Huawei opted for a mix of inward and outward folds that form a Z-like motion, Samsung went with something more like a G-shaped fold. Hard to visualize just from description, but the idea is simple. Instead of flipping open like a map, it curls in a neater, tucked-in way. It transforms with a smooth, mechanical choreography that almost feels alive. You unfold it once, unfold it again, and suddenly this compact block of glass and metal becomes a full-blown tablet-like screen in your hands. It's a huge flex of engineering. It's Samsung saying, "Look what we can do." But here's the real question. Just because they can, does it mean they should? Samsung has a long history of bending display tech just to see how far it stretches. First, it was single folds, then reversible folds, then stretchable displays, then multi-fold prototypes we assumed would never leave the lab. The TriFold isn't just a product, it's part of a pattern. Every few years, Samsung pushes the boundary further, even if the result isn't meant to be mainstream. It's almost like a portfolio of tech experiments spilling into the real world. And honestly, that's what the TriFold feels like. A product that exists more as a milestone than a solution. Something designed for people who want cutting-edge tech, even if they don't strictly need it. Because for most people, practicality matters more than possibility. Let's talk about size, for starters. Folded, the phone is already thicker than any normal flagship, 12.9 millimeters. Unfold it, and it becomes a 214.1 millimeter wide screen, almost the footprint of a small tablet. And then there's the weight, 309 grams. That's heavier than an iPad mini. Imagine carrying something like that in your jeans pocket day after day. You won't forget it's there, not for a second. Then there's the price. We don't have the exact number yet, but more than $2,000 is the safe expectation. And here's where things get interesting. You can buy a flagship smartphone and a flagship tablet together and still spend less than what this one device might cost. So if someone genuinely needs a large portable display for productivity, they already have better, more affordable options. But say you are the ideal customer, someone juggling multiple apps at once, someone editing photos or documents on the go, someone who wants laptop-like space in a pocketable form, then the TriFold starts to make sense. This isn't built for everyone, it's built for the few who will push it to its limits. And maybe that's the point. Maybe Samsung isn't asking us all to buy it. Maybe this is Samsung showing what's possible, not what's necessary. A tri-folding phone doesn't solve a widespread problem. It doesn't replace our current devices in a clean way, but it introduces a new category, a shape of technology that didn't exist outside prototypes just a few years ago. For years, folding phones looked like a novelty. Today, they're becoming normal. It didn't happen overnight. It happened through iterations, experiments, and devices that felt too weird or too expensive at first. The TriFold might fall into that same category. Not the phone for everyone, not the phone to define the next decade, but maybe the phone that influences the one that does. So, does the Galaxy Z TriFold represent the future? Maybe not directly, but it feels like a loud step toward that future. A device built less for comfort and more for exploration. a reminder that innovation doesn't always arrive polished, it arrives bold, a little impractical, and full of potential. In the end, the TriFold is a statement. It says the smartphone industry isn't out of ideas. It says screens don't have to stop at one hinge. And even if most of us won't own one, we'll remember it, just like we remember the first time a phone folded in half and everyone thought it was strange. Today, it's niche. Tomorrow, it could be normal. And that's why, even if this isn't the future of phones, it still feels like the beginning of something. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.